Hey, this is Kat from Red Mountain Shaman, and I share shamanic wisdom through dreams, visions, nature, synchronicities, intuition, channeling, art, music, photography, and shamanic journeys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some crazy fast manifestations or synchronicities that happened with last week's video, as well as a channeled message with an energy update from Ganesha and a card from his oracle deck. So the first thing that happened was, I don't know if you guys saw that last video I made, and Yeshua was talking about Lemuria, and then the next day a video popped up on my YouTube feed about this coming August 888 portal being a Lemurian portal for those who resonate with that. Then I remember in that same video, Yeshua said something about a snow globe. And the next day, there was a meteorologist talking about this crazy random solar flare out of nowhere, and that the stars that were dispersing, or the light that was dispersing, looked like a snow globe, and he used that same word. Then he was talking about, Yeshua was talking about the energy of the whale rising and singing a new song. And a couple days later, a video popped up on my feed that showed a whale breaching up out of the water, and he came right down on a boat and capsized this boat. So it was pretty dramatic, and I thought that was a very interesting synchronicity. Very powerful, and it really made me feel like, yeah, that is really gonna happen, that energy of the whale. Then we got something about crowns falling and leaders stepping down, and then Biden a couple days later stepped down out of the race. So stuff is really starting to manifest quickly now. Another thing that happened was Yeshua was talking again about this council that's going to be coming, and I don't know it. They don't really give me time frames on this stuff, but they were talking about how there's not going to be any more two-party, divisive, corrupt systems, and that we're going to move into a council system. And I believe this is very similar to what the Native Americans have or had, and also the councils that are in heaven, where it's like the people, the wise elders and the people are the ones who are deciding things, rather than just a few people at the top that are deciding everything for everyone. So then I heard a couple Trump speeches this week, and I found it very interesting that he said, "I just need you to vote this time, and then we won't have to vote anymore." So I'm wondering if he even knows about this council system coming, that we're no longer going to have just a two-party system. And then he also said that everything will be mended, and that we are the president, not just him. He said we are the president. So I believe he might be involved in dismantling this old, corrupt system that is just dividing everybody, and that is just really a few people at the top that I believe are laundering money back to themselves, and that we're going to go back to a system for and truly by the people. So another thing that was a very quick manifestation for me personally in my own life was, I've been asking my guides to help me take care of this problem of my 22-year-old car that is just completely breaking down. The handle is broken, the sun visor's broken, it kind of smells like gas. It's just getting really old, and I've just been kind of complaining about it and asking them if they could help me. So I was having a massage, taking a self-care day, and during that massage, all of a sudden I heard, "You're getting a new car." And I was like, finally. And so I kind of went to work looking online for the car that I wanted. And the exact car that I wanted popped up literally that week. And I was able to get it for a really great price. I was able to quickly sell my old car for a good price. And so I ended up getting a 10-year newer car with great gas mileage and in pretty good shape. And after I sold my car, I only ended up owing $3,000 on it. So thank you, guides. So things seem to be manifesting really quickly right now. And I've heard a lot of people talking about this. So that doesn't mean that everything is manifesting quickly. I think there are some things that are a process and that are taking a while, and that we shouldn't give up hope for our dreams. I do have some things I'm trying to manifest that are quite larger projects that would involve other people. And so I've been really drawn to work with crystal this week, and it's the moss agate crystal. And I've just been kind of obsessed with this crystal. I bought a ring, and I bought a pendant, so I've been wearing this crystal a lot. And this crystal is really good for manifesting things in a kind of a slow and steady way rather than just immediately. And for manifesting businesses, dreams, helping things come into fruition in a slow and steady way. And me and my husband, we're musicians, and so we're always saying slow and steady wins the race. With our music, we just keep prodding along, putting out records. And by the way, if you would like to hear our music for free, just go to Bandcamp and search Palodine, Palodine. And you can hear our 7 records on there for free. And we are working on a meditation record that we will be putting out quite soon as well. So I think that's about it for now. And I'm going to go into this channeled message from Ganesha. And he talks about some very interesting things that I wasn't expecting in this channeling. And he's also talking about being part of the Ananda Collective. And if you're new to this channel, I shared that in a quantum healing hypnosis session that I was asked what collective I belonged to or who my higher self was, and I just blurted out Ananda. And at the time, I didn't know what that meant. But I'm slowly learning that Ananda is a collective of beings that's headed by Yeshua, and it's a group of people that are or angelic being or beings that are just kind of vibrating at the similar level. So today I learned that Ganesha is also part of Ananda. It's very interesting. It makes sense that he is one of my guides, and has such beautiful energy. And today he showed up and he had a white scarf on that was flowing in the wind, and it was quite long and flowing. Almost it reminded me of a surrender flag. And so he'll get into that a little bit about what that means. And then when I pulled the card had a red scarf, and it looked exactly the same. It was very long and flowing, but it was red. So I thought that was interesting, and I'll read that card after the channeling. So this is what he said. Greetings, beloved comrade of the light and fellow member of Ananda, the collective headed by none other than our beloved Yeshua. I step forward of my own free will to bring you tidings from the higher realms. As we reside within these realms, we bring you a higher perspective. At this time, there is a hold on the darkness that is growing stronger. It will not be long before they are completely restrained from wreaking havoc on this beautiful planet Earth forevermore. It is within the storm that one begins to see more clearly. As those who seek to control, wish harm, and seek to harvest all prosperity for themselves, they will continue to show you exactly who they are and what they support. Some will begin to awaken to the true agendas of those they once deemed qualified leaders. As we have said, crowns will fall, corrupt leaders will continue to step down, and justice will eventually come for those who have stolen from the people. The lions are awakening from their slumber, and soon the lion's den will surround the corrupt and the fallen. The hunters will indeed become the hunted. A brush with death has come for the head lion, and a brush with death may indeed come for Turtle Island, but it will not permanently injure her. For new life is being birthed out of the darkness. Those who refuse to be forthright and refuse to surrender will find themselves in a whirlwind of controversy. They will be grilled for truth. They will squirm in the hot seat of hard-line questioning. No longer will the lions of Judah put up with the excuses and non-answers of those who have committed crimes against humanity and crimes against the head lion. No false chains will hold, and false accusations and verdicts will be made null and void, while the true perpetrators continue to be exposed and resigned. No plan or weapon formed against the people shall prosper in the end, for all that is unjust and wicked is dismissed, overturned, and overruled. As your bodies continue to upgrade with the light of the solar energy coming in, so shall the earth raise in frequency. It is in shedding the old that the new life is ushered in, and the old energy is sometimes purged with some discomfort and difficulty. Some energies and entities will continue to put up a fight as they are slowly losing power and strongholds. The black box religions are slowly being unplugged from their hosts. The black box within the so-called Nations United is an unholy alliance with the fallen ones and with the inorganic forces they seek to partner with. This too is slowly losing power. Many do not understand this unholy alliance with the very religions and so-called spiritual altars that present this black box as something to connect with or to worship. Many have been lulled into connection with false gods through the implementation of this black box agenda. So we urge you to pay attention to this tool and where it is being used for the siphoning of energy, the control of the mind, and the formation of dark portals. The armies of angels on heaven and incarnated on earth do have the power to close this down, but it is a process. Pay attention to this as events unfold on the world stage, and you will witness a light gaining momentum. I am Ganesha, remover of obstacles and purveyor of truth. I visit you with my words of truth as Gabriel blows his horn in the heavens as a bringer of the final countdown to peace, and as Yeshua wields his sword of final blows to the falsehoods of the fallen ones. You may have heard this trumpet sounding within your skies and wonder what on earth could make such a noise. This, my friends, is the sound of justice, as mercy will be perfectly balanced with justice. The final countdown to Judgment Day is here, and this day comes, as Yeshua has said, a thief in the night. No person knows the day or hour, as this is an unfolding, and as those who take the road less traveled come into awareness and balance, they will indeed inherit the earth and build anew. As you come into organic flow with the Creator and surrender to the promptings of cosmic cues, you will be guided towards that which your soul desires for your highest good and the good of the planet. So be it. Namaste. So there's a couple of things I wanted to address in here. So he says head lion. So I think he's talking about the head lion on earth, but Yeshua is the main head lion on heaven and earth, in my opinion. And then he's talking about these black box religions. So I've had like about 4 different awarenesses of the black box. One was my friend Amy, who runs Following Hawks. She had an interdimensional experience with this black box that had these black cords coming out over this lake that she had to dismantle. It was kind of in the energetic realms. And then I also saw 2 different religions that use a black box, and they happen to be the 2 religions that are fighting each other. Well, there's more than that actually, but the 2 main ones that are kind of fighting each other. And I'm not going to mention those, but you can do your research and find out which religions incorporate a black box. And they're both Middle Eastern religions. So I think what Ganesha is saying here is that this black box was kind of instilled by the dark forces under the guise of being a religious tool, or he's talking about the Nations United. If you switch that back, you'll know what institution he's talking about, if you switch those 2 words back around. So they have a meditation room with a black box in there, and this is also part of that dark agenda. And I feel like it might also even be connected to AI somehow, but I'm not quite sure. So I think what he's saying is this black box agenda is kind of going to be dismantled, and that we can help dismantle that. Those of us who are know how to work with energy and are angels incarnated and angels in heaven. So they're working to dismantle these black box programs. And another person I think I've heard talk about this is Magenta Pixie in some of her channelings. And I also have another video from, I don't know, maybe a year ago, where they're talking about this black box thing. Let's see what else he says. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I think he's just saying, Judgment Day is coming. Nobody really knows the time or day. So they never really give me dates. And I feel like this energy read is just kind of a general energy read for what's coming. But as you saw in my last video, a lot of that stuff I had synchronicities and manifestations like right after I made that video. So things are like happening quicker right now, and the energy is moving very fast. Things are being revealed very quickly. So we're in very fast moving, interesting times right now. So the card that I drew from Ganesha is called Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. And the card that I drew is called Promise of the Future. Rest assured, something new is on the horizon. All indications are favoring a time of new awareness. Seek new outlets for your creative expression. This heralds the beginning of a new phase in your life. Ganesha is asking that you take time to reflect on your desires and dreams. It is a time that you begin down the road of a new creative endeavor. Ask Ganesha to help you uncover the desires of your subconscious mind, and then follow any creative nudges you feel. You may experience them as innovative sparks that come to you unexpectedly. This momentum will start you down a path that may involve a new view of the world. Reflect on your past endeavors. Take time to acknowledge and understand your lessons and your blessings. Feel gratitude for the path that has led you to this point in time. You are receiving the gift of freedom to choose what you will pursue. There may also be an ending taking place. All of life has its cycles. Through experiences and choices, you learn and grow. You are steadily progressing through the many phases of your life. With each ending comes the promise of a new dawn. So in this channeling, he talks about a possible brush with death for Turtle Island, and that is the Native American term for America. And so I think he's asking us not to be in fear, because this will not have long-lasting consequences. And I do believe we are moving into freedom, and that we are going to eventually have a transfer of wealth, so that the humanitarian projects that we are all going to be coming up with and rebuilding with are going to be funded. That's just my opinion. And I do carry that flame of hope in my heart, and I carry the dreams and visions that I have to help this planet within my heart. And Like I said, I've been working with the moss agate, and this is a great stone for slow and steady manifestation. So I highly recommend checking that one out. Thank you for joining me today. And if you would like to subscribe, that's always welcome. And hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of my videos. I usually make them once a week on Sundays. And if you'd like to donate, you can go to redmountainshaman.com to my contact page, and there's a PayPal on there. And if you'd like your own channeled message, energy work, readings, and other healing services, please go check out my website to learn more. I appreciate all your likes, subscribes, and beautiful comments. Until next week, sending you all love. Take care.